Okay. So welcome to the discussion uh, for the surveying field works. Fundamentals of surveying field works. So we are in the week 4, and our intended plate is regarding differential leveling. Okay, so here in this field works, so we have here learning objectives. At the end of this exercise, the student should be able to demonstrate the process of differential leveling and to determine the elevation of points through differential leveling. Okay, so the instrument that we're going to use, the instrument and the materials, we will use here the theodolite is and the leveling rod and also the plumb bob. So we will use the chalk markers for marking the points. For the concepts, so we have differential leveling is the process of determining the difference in elevation between two or more points, no? Between two or more points and some distance apart. No, so differential leveling is one of the surveying method used to determine the difference in elevations between two or more points. So it requires a series of setups of the instrument along a general route, and for each setup, a rod reading back to the point of the known elevations and forward to a point of unknown elevations are taken. Okay, so originally, no, we will establish a point, no, the first point which is known, no, where the elevation is known. No, since this is field works, no, so we will establish known elevations. No, so later on, I will give the given elevations of the first points, which is our benchmark. No, so which is our known elevations. Okay, so the elevations between two or more points. So from there, we will taking the back side and the foresight readings with a leveling instrument and the use of the theodolite in our leveling rod. Okay, and it is the most widely used method for establishing accurate elevations in engineering and construction projects. So the basic equipment used in differential leveling, including a graduated leveling rod and a leveling instrument such as dumpy level, automatic level, or an engineer transit. So these leveling instruments are used to establish a horizontal line of sight and to measure the vertical distance between the line of sight and the point of which the rod is held. Okay, so basically class, differential leveling provides high accuracy. ah. So, differential leveling is considered one of the most accurate methods for determining elevations. No? So, using theodolite. Theodolite, papartneran siya ng leveling rod, and by that, ah, so we can now determine the level or the height of the instrument, from the position where it is located. Okay, so it in differential leveling, it minimize errors through direct observations in standard procedures. Okay, so basically the importance of differential leveling is to produce precise elevation measurements. no? And this is suitable for engineering and construction projects that is requiring strict tolerances. So use for establishing benchmarks in the vertical control networks. Okay, so um, another important thing of differential leveling, it is essential for engineering design. So, using surveying instruments, it provide accurate elevation data, and is required before designing. So, required before designing, it can be designing of roads, designing of bridges, designing of buildings, railways, and other structures. Okay, other infrastructures projects. So differential leveling provides the elevation information necessary for proper planning and designing. Okay, so during construction class, so differential leveling help to ensure structures. Structures are built at the correct elevations. Pinaka-importante sa lahat. No? So, kumbaga, from the plan, so what is the height indicated in the plan? That must be the height indicated at the actual, when you are building structures. Okay, so for the applications, applications include a foundation layout, road grading, sewer installations. No, another thing is building a stairs, a floor slab leveling and earthwork operations. Okay, so overall, no, differential leveling is commonly used to establish or verify benchmarks that serves as permanent elevations or permanent elevation reference for the future survey. Okay, so um, differential labeling is one of the very many surveying methods. No? Surveying methods used to determine the difference in elevations between 2 points. No? So another types of vertical leveling methods is the trigonometric methods. No? The trigonometric leveling. No? So and that's it. No? So proceed tayo sa magiging um, procedure, no? Okay, so before that, this is the first or the differential leveling scheme. No? As you can see on the slide, we have here the example of differential leveling scheme. No? So as you can see on the left side of the figure, so we have the benchmark A. No? So I will point the benchmark A, this one. No? So we have benchmark A. Okay, so this is our benchmark A. So this is where our established points, establish points or establish markings are located. Okay, so we have a benchmark A. So we have benchmark A, we have turning point 1, uh, and we have benchmark DMB. No? So, ang kagandahan lang sa differential leveling again class, no? So, we can determine the difference in elevations. No? Pag sinabing elevations, this is the difference in height. No? So, the height between two or more points. No? Okay. So, we have the um, different terms that we need to understand, no? We have the BS, we have the FS. Okay, isa-isahin natin yan, no? We have BS, we have FS, we have TP, we have BMB, we have BS, and we have BSD and FSD. Okay, so let's start with differentiating. No? So we have here the terms used in differential leveling. Okay, so let's start with the benchmark. Okay, so benchmark class is a point of reference. Take note, points of reference. Dito tayo magsisimula, no? In determining the elevations of each points. Okay, so this is a fixed point of reference whose elevation is either known or assumed. So here in the field works, no? So our benchmark is known. Okay, so benchmark A is unknown. Okay, so baka maguluhan kayo, no? So we have BMA and BMB, and we will start locating points, no? Um, from left to right, syempre. So we have here BMA, no? Okay, so this is our assume, which is a known elevations. Now, they serve as points of points of reference for level in a given locality, and their elevations are determined by the precise leveling method. Okay, so the purpose of a benchmark is this is our fixed reference point. Okay, so reference point with known elevations, no? So pag sinabing known, no, this is our assumed elevations. It serves as the starting point for determining the elevations of other points in a survey area. So what is the other points that we are talking to? So we have here the TP1 and the benchmark D, no? So on the field works, no? So we can establish not only TP1, but we will establish TP2. So ibig sabihin class, we have all over four, no? Elevations to be determined, no? So we have BMA, we have TB1 and TP2, and also BMB. Okay, so later on, i-discuss yan ni ma'am, no? Okay, so the uses again of the benchmark is to establish a vertical control point for leveling work. So it provides a permanent reference for the future surveys, and it helps to determine elevations of buildings, of roads, drainage system, and other structures. And also it ensures consistency and accuracy in surveying projects. For example, no? So if a benchmark has an elevations of 100, no? 100 above the mean sea level. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na reference datum, no? And that reference datum is our mean sea level, no? The level from the mean, no? The level from the sea mean, no? So, sa gitna ng karagatan, no? Doon tayo magre-reference. Okay. So, if a benchmark, so this is an example, if a benchmark has an elevation of 100 meter above, no? Above from this mean sea level, no? So, kikita nyo naman siguro yung image, no? So, our mean sea level is here. Okay. So all of the um it is a horizontal distance. So from the horizontal distance to benchmark, that is our elevation BMA. No, this is our known elevation. Now, for example, no, so if a benchmark has an elevation of 100 meters above the mean sea level, so ibig sabihin we have here 100. No, let's say for example, this is only an example. No? So from the image, so we have 100 from the mean sea level. So this is our elevation. Okay, so I'll make it red para makita. Okay. So, insert lang tayo ng ato. Okay. So, this is 100 meters. Huh? 100 meters elevations from the mean sea level to our benchmark. Benchmark A. Now, all other elevations in this particular project can be calculated relative to this points. Ibig sabihin, dito yung lahat magre-reference. No? Dito sa ginawa nating benchmark which is 100 meters above the mean sea level. Okay, so much for that. No? So, next tayo. So, we have bauxite. Okay, so what is bauxite? Okay, so a reading taken on a rod held on a point of known or assumed elevation. Take note, reading, no? Reading taken on a rod. Okay, using our leveling rod, no? So there is a leveling rod that stood here in BMA, no? So located at BMA, our point BMA. Now, uh, the purpose of this bauxite is the first staff, no? The first staff, which is our rod, no? Our leveling rod, our staff reading taken after setting up, no? Taken after setting up leveling instrument. Okay, so we have here a setup instrument, which is the theodolite, no? And then by using theodolite, we will have here the horizontal line of sight, no? Okay, so all pag leveling are setting up already, no? So let's say for example, si Chodolite is meron siyang partner na um tripod, no? And before natin i-install yung Chodolite, no? So, the tripod itself can be level, no? Dapat naka-level itong tripod na to. Or else, no? You can, you can have, um, you can have a discrepancy, no? In taking level height, no? Okay. So, after that, if the tripod are already leveled, no? This is the time we can install now the Chodolite. Okay, so the Chodolite glass, meron tayong compass doon, no? And it can be leveled, leveled also, no? So the instrument, the Chodolite and the tripod is um all are leveled. No? So it must be leveled in order to get the specific or accurate height of the instrument. Okay, so the backside, uh, so where can we get uh, backside? No, the said backside. Okay, so from here, meron tayo na-establish na benchmark A, which is our known elevation. Okay, okay, so this is 100 meters, right, from the reference datum. Now, using this theodolite, no? So, sisipatin natin dyan, no? So, sisilip tayo dyan. And then, by using also the leveling rod, okay? So, these two would have the so-called horizontal line of sight. No? So, pagsipat natin dyan or pagsilip natin, so the leveling rod, no? So, para siyang malaking ruler class, no? Okay, so malaking ruler na nakatayo dyan to determine the elevation of this BMA, no? From the height of instrument. Okay, so let's say, for example, no? So, pagsipat natin dyan, class, so may makukuha at makukuha tayong elevation, no? So, Ayan. Okay, and that is from our reference points, which is our BMA. Okay, so again, after ma-set up natin itong instrument, no? After ma-set up natin itong instrument, lahat ay accurate na, kumbaga level na sila, no? From the tripod to the theodolite itself. Okay, now sisipatin na natin ito. So dapat makikita natin from our eyesight itong leveling rod, no? And sa leveling rod class, no, meron siyang measurement, no, from 1 meter up to 7 meter, no. So depende sa length ng leveling rod. Now, so from the point BMA, so we can now determine the vertical distance from point BMA up to the horizontal line of sight of the instrument. And that is what we called our back sight. Huh? So it is measured or it is a measure of vertical distances from the established line of sight to the point sighted and is always the first rod reading taken after the instrument has been set up and level. So we have here the first setup. No? So this is what we called L1. Okay? So the first setup, makikita mo agad, no, looking at your leveling rod from the known elevation, and that is what we called back sight. Okay, so again, it is established, no? Establish the height of instrument. Okay, so by determining the back sight, madidetermine na natin yung height of instrument. Okay, so how to get the or how to determine the height of instrument? Okay, so dito tayo magre-reference sa BMA. Oh, okay. Now take note that our BMA or our benchmark A is our known elevations. No? Known elevations from the reference datum. No? And that is the mean sea level. Okay, so from there, okay, so using the established point, which is 100 meters, no? I-add lang natin itong elevation or the vertical distances, which is the back side, no? And that is um our height of instrument. Okay, from the reference datum or mean sea level. So therefore, class, to get the height of instrument, no? So we will sum up uh, the elevations at the benchmark A, which is our known elevation, plus the backside. Uh, so take note, backside is the vertical distance from the established line of sight, which is our BMA. So from BMA up to the point where the horizontal line of sight of the theodolite in the leveling rod is our backside. Okay, so we can now determine the uh, the height of instrument. Okay, so again, the purpose of the backside, the backside is the first rod reading or leveling rod reading taken after setting up in the leveling instrument. So, okay, so that is our backside, and it is observed on a point whose elevation is already known, and this is usually our benchmark A. Okay, now proceed tayo. Foresight. So after determining the backside, no, from the stable location of our instrument, no, then we will set up another rod on the different level, which is the unknown level. Okay, so that is the unknown level. Okay, itong second leveling rod na setup, no? So we set up this on the unknown level. Ibig sabihin, i-identify ba natin, i-determine pa natin yung elevation of this specific points, which is the TP1. No? Okay, so this time, foresight is a reading, no? Reading taken on a rod held on the point whose elevation is to be determined. Ibig sabihin, unknown pa siya. I-determine pa natin. Okay? So, the foresights are usually taken forward. Okay? Forward. So, kanina, meron tayong um, backside. No? Ito, forward from the word forward. No? That is why it called foresight. No? Forward or in general direction in which the labeling work proceed and is usually the last reading taken before the labeling instrument is moved to another direction. Okay, ito kasi yung concept class, no? So we have the benchmark A and we have the labeling rod, no? Where the benchmark A is located. Now, um, the horizontal line of sight no, from the instrument to the leveling rod where the leveling rod is located at the benchmark A, that is our backside. Okay, so another instrument or another leveling rod positions or located in the unknown points, which is what we called our TP point, the turning point, that is what we called our foresight. Huh? So that is the um, uh, forward line of sight of the instrument. Okay. Okay. So we have here another setup of leveling rod in the TP point 1 or the turning point 1. Now, from this point, so using this surveying instrument, pagsilip natin dyan, ha? So, pagsilip natin dyan, syempre, hahanapin natin yung leveling rod kasi doon natin babasahin. No? Babasahin natin yung vertical distance from the TP point in which the leveling rod is located. Now, ang makukuha natin dyan, class, is the foresight. Okay? As long as hindi pa tayo lumipat sa ibang direction, etong instrument na to, kasi later on, no, we are moving another direction or another location of this instrument, no, hanggang makuha natin yung leveling um, points, no, the the vertical distance of BMP, and that is our end point, huh? from the this elevation is from the reference datum or the mean sea level. Okay, so again, foresight, this is a reading taken on a rod held on the point whose elevation is to be determined. Ibig sabihin, class, this is our second point, no? Our TP1. No? First, we have BMA, and this is our established points, no? Where the points elevation is known. Okay, so the second elevations, no, the points, this is our TP1, and then we have the leveling rod here, huh? And that is our um, foresight. Okay, okay, so from the instrument, okay, so given the same position, the same location of our first setup of theodolite, no? So we can now determine the vertical distance from the TP1, no, to the line of sight of this instrument. Okay, so that is what we called our foresight. Okay, moving on. So we have here the so-called back distance, no, or back sight distances. So this is measured from the center of the instrument to the rod on which backside is taken. No? So which backside is taken. So If this is our instrument and this is our leveling rod, and this is where the backside is taken, and that is what we call the backside distance from the instrument, which is the theodolite, no, to the rod, to the leveling rod. No? Leveling rod is where our elevations are located. Okay. Okay. So next we have foresight distance. No? Foresight distance, horizontal distance from the center of the instrument to the rod on which a foresight is taken. Huh? So same as backside. So we have foresight distances. Distances from the instrument to the leveling rod where the foresight is to be taken or to be determined. Okay? So turning point. Okay, so aside sa benchmark A kasi natin class, going to benchmark B. So this is the goal of the differential leveling is to determine the points from first point to the end point, which is BMA. Now, along the way kasi, no, along the way, we will establish two turning points, no, bago tayo makarating dito sa BMA o BMP rather, no, sa end point, which is our benchmark P. Okay, so turning point, this is an intervening point between two benchmark, no, intervening. Okay, between two benchmark upon which a foresight and backside rod readings are taken to enable a leveling operation to continue from a new instrument position. Okay, so ibig sabihin, these are usually numbered. No? This is usually numbered consecutively, and it is not necessary to describe them in detail since they are only used to carry forward a line of levels. No? So, it means to say class, no? So, ginagamit natin yung turning point, no? Turning point para makarating tayo sa benchmark, benchmark B, no? Our end points. Okay, so how to use, no? How are we going to use the turning point? Okay, so basically, class, turning points is temporary points. So temporary points used when instrument must be moved, but the leveling work needs to continue. So the purpose itself is to transfer elevations from one instrument setup to another. Okay, so ibig sabihin class, we cannot directly measuring BMA in BMB, no? So it must have a turning point in between, no? So the purpose of turning point again is to transfer elevation from one instrument, no, set up to another instrument. Okay, so as long as it maintains, no, the continuity of leveling, no, and the purpose of the turning point is to serve a temporary reference points. Okay, so and the turning points, take note that it is located on a stable area. Huh? It is located on the stable area. So pag sinabing stable, it must be made in the concrete space, surface, no? So kailangan stable siya, nakatayo siya sa concrete surface or a metal plate. Okay. So, later on, no? So, isa-isahin natin paano siya i-determine later. Okay. So, I'll be giving instructions on how to determine the TP point. Okay. So, in order to have a stable turning points, no, so we will choose a points or an area which is or which has a concrete pavements, no? So, itong turning point nito ay nasa stable na kalagayan, no? Okay, so it must be or in the concrete pavement or in a metal plates. Okay, so this is to ensure that um, the or to avoid unstable surfaces. So therefore, we cannot establish TP points in soft soil, ah, lalo na dun sa mga loose gravel. Especially sa sand, no? We cannot stabilize our TP or turning point on that situations. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so when checking uh, for the movement, okay, so when checking for the movements of these turning points, so before and after observations, we will ensure that the rod is vertical. Okay, so that's why class ang rod also must be leveled. Huh? Okay, it must be leveled. And to verify the turning point, huh? To verify the turning point, no? Doon nakalocate yung leveling rod. Huh? So, there must be leveling rod on that specific point. Okay. So, to keep the backside and the foresight distances, huh? So, approximately, this is equal to minimize errors due to instrument and atmospheric effects. So the more or the longer the leveling rod or the instrument is taken from the specific points, the longer, so it must have the uh, errors, no? The atmospheric effects in the instrument errors. Okay, so that's why class balancing sight distance, no? To keep backside and foresight distances. No? It must be equal. No? So, to minimize the errors. So, ibig sabihin class, if we have your backside distance, so it must be generally equal to the foresight distance to minimize error. So, ibig sabihin, from the instrument, yung locations ng leveling rod wherein the TP1 is located, no? Hindi siya kalayuan, no? So, kung ano yung distance ng BSD or the backside distance, no? Approximately, this is equals to the foresight distance. Okay? So the height of instrument, which is meron siyang it denoted as HI, no, the height of instrument. So the elevation of the line of sight of an instrument above or below the selected reference datum. Elevation of the line of sight of the instrument. Okay, it is determined by adding the rod reading on the backside to the elevation at the point on which the sight is taken. So, kanina, no, nag-determine tayo sa height of instrument. Now, generally, yung formula niya or the height of instrument is taken by adding the rod reading on the backside to the elevation of the point of which the site is taken. So, ibig sabihin, class, dito lang talaga siya, no? Sa back site lang talaga siya. Hindi siya pwede kukunin sa foresight. Why? We all know that foresight no, is established where the elevation is unknown. No? Paano natin makukuha yung height of instrument if the elevation in the foresight is unknown, no? Okay, take note the foresight, no? Meron tayong turning point dyan, which is the elevation is unknown. So, the height of instrument is adding the rod reading on the backside to the elevation of the point on which the site is taken, no? And that is the height of instrument. Okay, so proceed na tayo sa magiging field works natin, no? So fieldwork number 4, differential leveling. Okay, so this is the result and discussion. This is were taken after all datas are taken. Okay, position ko muna siya dito sa baba. Okay. Ngayon, so punta tayo sa application class, no? Okay. So for the application, baba lang natin din 'to. Okay, so I do this, no? Para madali talagang mas maano, no? To guide you, no? So madali siyang masundan. Okay. So basically class, no, we will conduct differential leveling in the stairs. No? Since we don't have um, um, uh, best locations, no, in conducting differential leveling, kundi itong stairs lang na to. Now, take note that JMB has, or our buildings, no, has a 3 location of stairs. So therefore, the group 1 and group 2 is from the first floor up to this level, no? Third floor. Okay, so let's start with the application. No? So this is where the procedure. Um, First, we have identify and designate 2 points sa BM1 and BM2. Okay, take note class that our BMA is also our BM1. And let BMB is our BM2. Okay, so here, approximately 30 meters long. So, ang sinasabing 30 meters class is the horizontal distances between BMA and BMB. In our case, so we can have less than 30 meters long. No? So, given that our area is limited, because nasa stairs tayo. Okay, so BM1, which is our BMA, as the initial or the reference point, and the BM2 as the end point. Okay, so suppose that we have here BMA. No? Ma'am, saan nakalocate yung BMA? No? So take note that we have first floor and second floor. And in between second floor and first floor is landing. No? Meron tayong landing. Okay, so from landing, ayop na sundan. From landing between first floor and second floor, meron tayong landing. Okay, so landing, si BMA located at where? Here, no? So sa baba ng landing. Okay, so that is where our BMA is located, which is our BM1. Si BMB located, no, between second floor and third floor landing. But take note, meron pang steps bago yung BMB or our end point. Okay? So, ito yung landing between second floor and third floor, and we will count at 3 steps up, from the landing, and that is our end point, which is BMB. Okay. So, now, we will choose a convenient locations that is free from obstructions. Now, the BM1 along the general route, and then set up and level the instrument. This is the first instrument set up where BM1 is visible. Okay, so BMA is our BM1. Take note of that, huh? Let BMA is your BM1 and let BMB is your BM2. Okay, BMA again is located, 4 steps below the landing of first and second floor. Okay, now where is our instrument, huh, is setting up, no? So set up and level the instrument. Okay, so the best location of the instrument is here in landing, no? So it must be stable, no? on the location of our instrument. So it must be set up in the landing between first and second floor. And that is our first instrument setup. No? Where BM1 is visible or BMA is visible. Okay, so you can see um, we have here BMA, no? 4 steps, no? 1, 2, 3, 4 from the landing. Okay. Okay. So third, take the first backside reading on the rod held at BM. So you can see, uh, we need to we need to set up we need to set up a rod first bago natin makuha itong first backside reading, no? Located at our BM1 or BMA. If the elevation of BM1 is unknown, ask your instructor about the assumed elevations. Record the reading. Okay, in our cases, no, in our case, so elevations which is 20 meters, no, our um our known elevations. Take note 20 meters, no, the known elevations of BM1, which is our BMA. Okay, so after that, so the sabi dito, take the first backside reading. Okay, so given na naman natin yung elevation ng BMA, no? Take note, this BMA, which is 20 meters, so this is an assume, no? Assume elevations. And this is, 20 meters is from the reference elevation or reference datum, which is our mean sea level. Okay, so again, BM1, no? So the elevation of BM1, which is our BMA, is 20 meters. And then after that, if we have now established points or the known elevations, this is the time you will put a rod, no? Held on BM1. Kung saan nakalocate yung BM1, doon natin ilalagay yung leveling rod, no? To take the first backside reading. Okay, so this is what it looks like, class, no? So we have here first floor or the ground floor. We have the landing and the second floor. On the landing between first floor and second floor, this is the first setup, no? The Chodolite first setup. The landing between first floor and second floor. Okay. So again, in setting up instrument, it must be level, no? So dapat naka-level lahat from the tripod, no? Tripod itself, ile-level muna bago i-install itong Theodolite. Okay? So the Theodolite also, no, it must be level, no? Meron tayong dalawang bubbles diyan na dapat naka-centered, no? Ibig sabihin naka-level na yung instrument natin. Okay? So after that, that is our first step, and that is the Theodolite first setup. No? Set up in the landing area between first floor and second floor. Okay, for the step 2. So after we set up the instrument, we will set up now the leveling rod. No? This is the first setup of leveling rod. Now, where is the first rod first setup? Huh? Okay, so doon sa established points natin, which is the BMA or the BM1. Okay, so the benchmark A is already established on the staircase, na 4 steps below the landing. So, ibig sabihin, from landing, magka-count tayo ng 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is where our BMA is located. This is our first point, right? And the known elevation, no, binigay ko na, which is 20 meters. So, ibig sabihin, this elevations BMA, no, from the mean sea level going to the BMA is 20 meters. And that is only assumed elevations. Okay. So, after that, after we set up our instrument, we set up our leveling rod where the BMA is located, no? So, we will go to now to our step 3. Okay. So, nakaset up na yung instrument, nakaset up na yung leveling rod. This time, we will check, no? We will check the level, no? We will read the the s- the established, no? We will read the height of this leveling rod from BMA, which is our established benchmark. Okay, so using the theodolite and leveling rod, a backside reading was taken from established benchmark A. No? This time is to determine the vertical height. Okay, so ang vertical height class, no? So yung backside is vertical height is syempre itong BMA, no? Where the BMA is located. Okay, so the vertical rod reading was obtained from benchmark A using the theodolite and leveling rod. Okay, so it means to say from this horizontal line of sight, no, from this point, which is BMA, no, is our backside. Okay, so backside reading was taken on the benchmark A from the second instrument setup. No? Um, so may correction lang si ma'am, no? Backside reading was taken on a benchmark. Since benchmark A man ito class, no? So this is the first setup. No? This is the first setup or instrument setup that established. Okay, so now we have already the backside, no, by reading the leveling rod. Okay, so take note class, no, yung leveling rod, no, is situated where the BMA is located, our established points. And then take note, check nyo din na yung leveling rod is nag start sa 0. No? Baka mabaliktad nyo yung 0 nandito sa itaas. No? This means to say, ito yung leveling rod. No? So, dapat yung 0 ay nasa baba. No? Nandito yung 0. Okay? So, pagbasa natin dyan, naka-meters yan. So, from 0. So, ito yung 0. 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, and so on. Okay. So, what if our um, backside, no? So, sige, lagyan natin ng measurement yung backside natin. No? So, para mabilis masundan agad. Okay. So, what if pagbasa natin class using our theodolite, we got our BS which is equals to 2.37 meters. And this is only assume, no? Okay, so nag-assume lang si ma'am. Okay, so our BS, no? So, pagsipat natin, ibig sabihin, pagsilip ko dito sa instrument, no? Project ko dito sa leveling rod, where the leveling rod is situated at the BMA, no? Ang nabasa ko is 2.37. And that is the height or the vertical rod reading, which is our back side. Okay? So, next. So, that is step 3. Step 4. Okay? So, now we can we have the back side and the elevation 20 meters, which is um, our established points, no? Ito yung binigay ko na known elevations, no? The elevations of BM1 or our BMA. Now, to calculate HA, going back, or HI rather, the height of instrument, going back to this image, no, this slide, take note class that we have here, no, itong pagbasa natin sa leveling rod is our height of instrument, no? So, a backside reading was taken on a benchmark A from the first instrument setup to establish the height of instrument. Okay, so ibig sabihin class, no, the height of instrument, no, is directly known because provided that the benchmark has a known elevations and we have a backside reading is taken on the benchmark, and the backside reading is used to calculate the height of instrument, no. um, Therefore we have already height of instrument elevations, no. So once height of elevation is known, the elevations of other points can be determined. Okay, so for this setup, no, at the benchmark A, the height of instrument is equals to what? 20, no. So this is 20, the benchmark A, plus 2.37 meters, no. Again, the height of instrument from, sige, dito tayo mag-refer sa our mean sea level, no? The reference point at the mean sea level. Okay, so from the mean sea level, the height of BMA is 20 plus the backside level, which is 2.37 rather. So it gives us what? 23.7. Take note, ha? The height of instrument is equals to the benchmark A, no? So our if our elevations is known already, no? Okay, plus the backside on the backside reading. Okay, take note, height of instrument is taken from the elevation, that is already known. Uh, that is already known. Okay, so proceed. So for the step 4, so the radman moves towards forward in the direction. Okay, so from BMA, magpo-forward siya going to this side, no? In the direction of the route and establish a new station, turning point 1. So another leveling rod setup, which is our second setup. So this is our turning point 1. Huh? Our turning point 1 is established. No, saan siya located, class? Okay, so from the landing between first floor to second floor, so we will move up from the landing between first floor and second floor by 3 steps, no? So 1, 2, 3. So this is where our turning point 1 is located. Okay, and this is where our leveling rod second setup, okay, at the turning point 1. Okay, so step 5. So using the theodolite and leveling rod, a 4-site reading was taken from established turning point 1 to determine the vertical height. Okay, so this is our first setup instrument, no? Hindi muna ito magmo-move once na hindi makukuha yung backside and the foresight. Okay, take note, ha. So ang use ng height of instrument or the location of this or the first setup is to get the foresight and the backside. Ibig sabihin, once na makuha na to, no? Okay, so how to determine the foresight, no? So foresight by taking the vertical rod reading, no? On this setup, the foresight reading is the vertical rod reading was obtained from turning point 1 using the theodolite and the leveling rod, and that is our foresight. Okay, take note, ha, nandito yung zero measurement natin, no? Ibig sabihin, our leveling rod has a 0 points, no? Dito tayo mag-measure. Okay, at nandito sa baba yung 0. Hindi pwede yung 0 nasa itaas. Nabaliktad na yung instrument, no? So kindly double check, ha. Okay, so that is our 0 located, no? 0 measurements of the leveling rod. Okay, now after that, if we have already um, establishing the second setup of our leveling rod, no? Nakuha na natin yung foresight. Okay? So, by using this table, so we will record the foresight. So, let's say, for example, nakuha natin na foresight dito is 1.52. No? So, that is the foresight under TP1. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, setup 6, no? Or step 6. So, after natin makuha dito sa first setup ng instrument, the backside and the foresight, no? So, proceed tayo sa second setup, no? This time, ile-level na naman natin yung instrument, no? So, saan nakalocate yung second setup? So, take note, ang location niya, class, yung second setup ng instrument is at the second floor. Okay, so at the second floor. Okay, so Theodolite second setup, the Theodolite was set up on the second floor. Okay, since the transfer the instrument to a location beyond TP1, ibig sabihin, mas higher siya sa TP1. So this is the best location of our second setup for theodolite or instrument. So as long as yung direction papunta sa ruta natin, no, at our endpoint which is BM1, no, so dapat naka-align, no, naka-align ibig sabihin hindi siya naligaw sa ruta papuntang BM B or our endpoints. Okay, so sabi dito, ensure that the TP1 is visible from the new location of theodolite or surveying instrument, no? Okay, so this time class, no, that the leveling rod or the second setup of leveling rod is steady lang muna, no? So ibig sabihin si turning point 1, no, it must have a foresight and also it must have the back side. Okay? So, the step 7 natin, leveling rod second setup, standby at their own position. So, ibig sabihin, yung leveling rod natin, second setup, this is where the turning point 1 is located. And this was established in the staircase, no? So, same location, no? Wag lang muna gumalaw since we have two leveling rod. Etong instrument lang natin ang gagalaw muna, no, to set up on the other locations. Okay, so pag set up na din, no, steady lang ito. So wag munang gumalaw as long as hindi pa natin makuha yung step 8 which is our backside. No? So, using theodolite and leveling rod, the backside reading was taken from the established turning point 1. Okay, so to determine the vertical height. Okay, so the vertical height. So, take note class this is our TP1. Where the second leveling rod is located. This one. Nandito yung TP1 natin. Okay, so TP1. So we will read now the backside, no? After we set up the second instrument. Okay, so we have backside. Take note, the backside is the reading from 0 to where the horizontal line of sight is located. Okay, so we have backside, we have foresight. So okay. So the backside reading, so let's say for example, proceed ako dito sa table. Okay, so let's say at TP1, so we will read that vertical distance is equals to 4.21, no? Meron na tayong backside, meron na tayong foresight. Ngayon, to get the horizontal or the height of instrument, huh? Okay, so let's say, for example, this one. Okay, so HI, or the height of instrument, is simply the height of instrument, huh, from the known uh, from the known elevation, which is TP1, right? Okay, so dito tayo magbe-base sa known distances. So in order to get the height of distance, the height of instrument from the mean sea level. Okay, so therefore, so if TP1, kuha na ba natin yung TP1? No? Okay, so TP1, how to get TP1? Using the known foresight. Huh? Okay, eto, dito tayo, class. Okay, so at TP1, to get the elevation of TP1, huh? So simply, we have height of instrument minus the foresight, no? Which is 20.85, no? So 20.85 pala ito, no? The TP1. Okay, so saan yan galing, class? No? So nanggaling siya dito. Okay, ito. Ito pala. Dito tayo. Balik tayo dito sa step 5. Nakalimutan natin yung elevation ng TP1. Okay, so TP1 is here. Huh? So we have foresight and we have height of instrument. No? So given the height of instrument, bababa lang tayo. No? Tama ba? Okay. So ayun, nasundan ako ha. Let's say for example, magdodraw si ma'am. Okay. So we have here height of instrument, no? Where is the location of instrument is located? No? The height of the instrument is located rather. Now, to determine this point, no? Since na-determine na natin yung height of instrument, no? By adding the elevation of BMA plus the backside natin, diba? This is our backside. Diba? And kanina, we have 2.37, right? Okay, 2.37. So therefore, the height of instrument is 22.37. So 22.37 ito, class. Can we now determine the TP1? Yes. No? Since we have also the foresight, no? The foresight elevation, no? Using the instrument. Pag silip natin dyan, makukuha na natin itong distance na to. The vertical distance. No? So, as per the table kanina, we have 1.52. Again, saan galing yung foresight? No? Pagsipat natin dito, pagsilip natin, ang nakita natin ay 1.52. Okay, so we can now determine this point. Tama? So TP1 now is from the height of instrument, bababa tayo para makuha natin yung TP1. No? So TP1, ibig sabihin, meron tayong TP1 elevation. No? Okay, so TP1 is simply 22.31 minus the foresight, which is 1.52, right? Okay, so therefore our TP1 is equals to 20.32. 85. Okay. So, gamitin natin yung table. Okay. So, elevation at TP1 is simply height of instrument, no? Minus our foresight. No? This is minus. No? So, and that is our elevation of TP1. Okay, so we have now the elevation of TP1. So, move on tayo, no? So, kanina, next is to determine the height of instrument, no? So, using the elevation of TP1, ano yung elevation ng TP1? 20.85. So, therefore, makukuha na natin yung height of instrument. If this is 20.85, this one, 20.85. So, we will just add the backside natin. Ano nga yung natin, backside reading natin sa TP1. So, we have 4.21. 4.21 meter. Okay, so therefore, the height of instrument is the elevation at TP1, which is 20.85, plus the backside, which is 4.21. Therefore, our height of instrument is equals to 25.6 or 25.06. Take note ha, ano yung formula ng height of instrument, paano siya kunin, no? The established or the known elevation, since na determine natin yung TP1 which is 20.85 plus the backside, no? So, ipa-plus lang natin ito, class. So, this is elevation at ayan. So, elevation plus the backside at TP1, and that is our height of instrument. Okay, i-add lang natin siya. Okay, so that's it, no? So, proceed tayo sa step 9. So, our step 9 is leveling the rod set up as a third, no? Nabasa na natin yung backside. This time, basahin natin yung foresight, no? The forward rod reading. Okay, so, syempre, makabasa tayo ng rod reading, forward rod reading, if we will set up the leveling rod. Okay, so the leveling rod third setup, no? This is the turning point 2 was established. Okay, so turning point 2 established natin sa above sa instrument natin, no? So we have 3 steps above sa instrument. We have 1, 2, 3, and this is where the TP2 located. Okay, so this time after natin siya ma-establish, no? After natin malocate itong TP2, nandito din yung leveling rod third setup natin. Okay, and that is between second floor to third floor. No? Okay, so for step 10, since na-level na-set up na natin yung leveling rod natin, we can now determine the foresight. Okay, so foresight means to say this is the vertical rod. reading that was obtained from TP2 using theodolite and leveling rod. So, kompleto na, no? So, etong instrument na to, nakabasa na ng backside and foresight. Okay, so what happened next? Okay, ibig sabihin, no? Since nabasa na natin, ito, so we can now determine the elevation, etong elevation at TP2. Okay, yung TP2 elevations, huh? So simply the height of instrument minus, huh? Okay, so simply the height of instrument minus ito, the foresight. Ma-minus lang natin yan, class. Yan. So, from the image then, no? So we can now determine the TP2. This one, oh. Ito. Ito yung TP2 natin. Right? Okay. Okay. And the TP2 is determine, this is equals to the height of instrument minus the foresight. And that is the location of TP2. Okay. So we have 24.01. Okay, so after natin ma-set up, after natin sa second setup of instrument natin, nakuha na natin yung backside, nakuha na natin yung foresight, we're going to the third setup of the instrument. Okay, and the location of the third setup is between the second floor and the third floor landing. So this is our third setup. Again, yung leveling rod natin is steady lang dito. So hindi mo nagagalaw unless mababasa natin yung backside dito sa TP2. Okay, so we can now read the backside using theodolite and leveling rod. So a backside reading was taken from the established turning point to determine the vertical height. Okay, so may backside na tayo. Okay, so therefore, meron na tayong height of instrument at the third setup. So makukuha na natin, madidetermine na natin yung height of instrument nito. Okay, so again, height of instrument is equal to the known elevation, which is TP1, no? TP2 rather. TP2 is already known, no? Okay, and then the backside. So again, height of instrument is equals to TP2 elevation plus our backside reading. Okay, so next, so we have here the backside of TP2. So therefore, we can now determine the elevation of what? This is the second setup, okay? Tama ba? The second setup. Okay, so we can now determine the HI rather. Okay, so since na-determine na natin yung TP2 backside, we can now determine the height of instrument. So, paano mag-determine ng height of instrument? Okay, balik tayo sa image. So, the height of instrument is TP2 plus the backside. Okay, again, height of instrument is the elevation at the TP2 plus the backside. Okay, TP2 plus the backside. TP2 elevation plus the backside, and that is our height of instrument. Okay, so okay, now we determine the backside. What is next? So we will proceed. So moving forward na si Radman. Radman, ibig sabihin yung naghawak ng leveling rod. Okay, so as long as nasa ruta pa siya, going to our last point. And the last point is our BMB. So this time is the last setup of leveling rod. Okay, so the leveling rod at the fourth setup, this is the benchmark B. No, benchmark B was established on the staircase, 3 steps up, no, from the landing between second floor to third floor. So ibig sabihin, we get 1, 2, 3, no, and this is the location of BMP. Okay, so step 15. No? So using theodolite and leveling rod, we can now determine the foresight. Okay, so since meron na tayong foresight, we can now determine the benchmark B. No? Okay, so based dito sa table, now we have foresight which is equals to 0.85. Now we can now determine our elevation at benchmark B. Okay, so take note class that at benchmark B, no? So, eto na yung last point natin. So, ibig sabihin, wala na tayong backside. Ang meron lang tayo foresight. Ha? So, wala na tayong backside. Wala na din tayong another setup of height of instrument. No? Wala na tayong another setup of instrument. So, that's why we don't have height of instrument. Same as BM1. No? Si BM1 kasi class, this is our first setup. So, ibig sabihin, wala tayong foresight. No? Ang meron lang tayo, backside. Okay? So, that's it. No? So, we come to the point that we already determined the backside. No? The backside of the BM2 and the elevation where the BM2 is located. Okay? So, that's it. No? So, for the third group and fourth group, so magi-start sila at the landing, no, between second floor and third floor. No? So, going up, and that is the route going to BMP. Ngayon, class, balik tayo dito. Okay, so take note that we need to get the summation of backside, no? And also the summation of foresight. Now, the backside is equals to 11.73. No? And the foresight, the summation of foresight is equals to 3.42. Okay. So, ano yung goal natin, class? No? Ang goal natin is to get the elevation of BMA and BMB. No? Where BMA is our BM1 and BMB is our BM2. Okay. This is 3.42. Okay. Since na-establish natin and we determine all the elevations, no? Elevations of or elevation at BM1, no? Elevation at TP2, TP1, no? And the BM. Okay, can we determine now the difference in elevation between BM1 and BM2? Yes, because we have already um, defined or determined this. Huh? So therefore, the difference in elevation between BMA and BMB is BMB minus BMA. Okay, so we have 28.31 minus 20.0 meter, and this is equals to 8.31 meters. Okay, so take note that BMB minus BMA is equals to our um backside minus our foresight. Huh? So take note that this is the summation. Huh? Summation of, okay, summation of foresight minus backside is equals to the difference in elevation of BMB and BMA. Okay. So can we solve the summation of B as backside minus the summation of foresight? Yes. Huh? So our backside is equals to 11.73 and our foresight is equals to 3.42, and this is in meters. So what is the difference between the summation of foresight and the summation of backside and foresight? So this is equals to, yeah, equals to 8.31. Okay, that's it. This must be equal. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so take note lang class, no, si group 3 and group 4, no, kukuha sila ng data. Mag-i-start yung first setup ng surveying instrument nila is the landing, no, landing of second floor and third floor. Okay, and going up, for group 3 and group 4. For group 1 and group 2, no, from first floor to this floor, no, third floor. Okay, and then don't forget, uh, to have your result and discussions. So if di kayo, kumbaga meron kayong time to illustrate, no? So paano nyo kinuha yung data, o anong itsura. So you may illustrate and discuss your results. And also don't forget the laboratory questions. No? So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, laboratory discussions or laboratory questions. And also, don't forget the documentations, huh, and the conclusions. Okay, so that's end. Thank you for listening. Huh? Okay, so that's all. Thank you.